Hello, this is Palmer, and I'm playing a game called Dark and Light. Don't worry about the screen being white. I'm just loading in. Here we go. Oh, it's a little bit dark. Dark and Light is a new survival game. It's currently in early access. It's been out for a couple of days now. I have actually played this game a little bit, but I'm sort of starting from scratch to show you the game from new. I had some problems with recording. I recorded my early adventures in the game. The recording didn't work for some bizarre reason, so I am not able to start to show you my experience starting as a complete newbie, but instead I am almost a complete newbie, very nearly a complete newbie. I've only played a tiny bit. I've got some vague idea what to do though. So, as with many adventure games, it's a bit of a shame I've started at night actually, because I know you can't see very much, but that's what happens in a lot of survival games. It is dark at night. You start off pretty much naked. Here I am. I do have some basic armour, cloth armour, and unlike other survival games like Ark, for example, perhaps one of the most popular survival games, you actually start off in a town, or a village at least, so there's some civilization here. Now I am trying to find my way outside, because what I need to do is to start gathering raw materials. And oh, hang on, do I have at this stage? I do. The one newbie item you get is a spell you can cast, which provides you with some light. There we go. Look at that, that's better, isn't it? So the game, again, unlike many survivor games, it starts you off with a sort of basic tutorial. I've got some tasks to carry out: harvest blueberries, harvest magic shards, harvest stones. I'm ignoring them for the time being though. I'm beating up these barrels to get some gold coins. Right, let's go outside, let's find some blueberries and so on. Might be a good place to start. So the basic items you can find just from rummaging through the undergrowth. If you're not familiar with survivor games, they involve basically trying to survive. You start off with very little. You generally lose everything when you die, although you can recover your corpse. And one of the goals is to I've just leveled up one of my skill lines. One of the goals is to find somewhere to live, either build it yourself or maybe join a guild or whatever the game has. Find some people who have a home to live in. Once you have a home to live in, you can store items in your home, and that way when you die it's not quite so bad, because even if you can't recover your corpse, you can retrieve all the items that you've lost. However, these games also tend to have a heavy PvP element. Dark and Light has PvE servers, so you can avoid PvP if you want to, but I am not avoiding PvP. I'm on a PvP server, of course, and people can destroy your house. Now, I understand that, or they can break into your house and steal your things. I understand that in this game there's actually a number of things you can do to protect your house, magic spells and hiring sort of goblin guards and so on, but I haven't really explored that very much yet. As I said, I've only played the game for a very short period of time. I'm a newbie. So I've completed the first part of this tutorial, collected the items that I was told to collect. You can see in the left hand side of the screen it's telling me to do the next stage, which is to craft a Rune of Light. A Rune of Light, that's a magic spell, and in this game your spells are runes. You can cast them and eventually they will sort of wear out. So they're similar to, say, if you make a sword, your sword will last a certain number of times and then it will wear out and you need to repair it or make a new one. In this game, spells actually work in a similar way. Although this is not a spell, confusingly this is an item that only works once. The spells that I've just been discussing, like Fireball for example, are cast using a magic staff, the Rune of Light I've just made, is more like a potion or something that only works once. But as you can see, when I created one, let's do it again. So you craft the item, but it actually makes 3 of them. So that's 3 goes. Now your skills level up as you do certain things. So say light magic, I need to gather magic infused items. Well, that would be the magic sort of shards. Here we go, magic shards. Or craft light knowledge materials. Here you go. This is the Rune of Light. Or killing unicorns apparently levels this. You'll see, however, also that there are level caps. So I need to not only level up my skill, but I can't reach the next rank in this skill, which would give me new abilities. Oh, that would be useful. I didn't know that existed. I need to be level 12. So it says I'm currently level 1 of 12 and level 1 of 15 to get this ability. The ability to craft this item. And there are a whole load of... so I'm level 2, which means I can unlock the staff skill, rank 1 of staffing, but I need to do things like, well, gathering more magic infused items basically will do it for this at the moment. Melee crafting, I can make an axe. I need to gather stones or craft melee weapons or craft tools to level this. Given that I can't craft tools or melee weapons at the moment, that means I need to gather stones. However, it just basically involves playing the game. Like many survivor games, you can level up. I'm going to level up my health. That's always good, and stamina for a newbie. That cannot do you any harm. Allows you to run for longer. I am going to eat some blueberries because, like many survivor games, you sometimes need to eat or drink. You can see in the bottom left here, this is my food. I'm doing a cake for food at the moment, doing a cake for water at the moment. This is my stamina, just gets used up when I do stuff. This is my mana, which is fine because I haven't cast any spells for a long time. Not sure what that is. I think that means that's my health. I guess that probably turns red when I'm about to die or something, I'm guessing. That's the current temperature. I think that means I'm cold. I don't seem to be too cold. It doesn't seem to be doing me any harm. And this sort of brain thing, I think that's meant to be a brain. That is focus. That is my current focus level. And when my focus level falls far enough, I will die. It falls when I cast spells. And I raise it by sleeping or by eating certain sort of potions or whatever. Oh, here's a person. No, don't have anything to steal, sadly. So, in a perfect world I would actually go outside, but I'm a little bit lost. If I turned the light spell on as soon as I spawned, I'd be okay, but instead of doing that I sort of ran around a bit and managed to get completely lost. So, no, I don't want to fall down there. Okay. Is this the way out? This looks like it might be the way out. So this tutorial is quite handy, and as I say, Ark, which is quite a famous game of this type, doesn't really have a tutorial, so it's quite nice. So next thing it's telling me to do is to craft an axe, so let's do that. With this axe, of course, I can chop down trees and get stone and do various other things. Okay, so there's equip it. Well, I have equipped it. Oh, here we go. Harvest wood, harvest apples. They come from trees. one annoying aspect of not just this game, but almost every survival game I've played is... Sorry, before I talk about that, an interesting feature of this game is that you can rent properties, very basic properties near the... I don't have enough gold, but near the little towns. So you don't, as a newbie, need to venture out into the wild and build a home outside. That is what you want to do when you can, but as a newbie you actually have the opportunity to rent a property near the town in a fairly sort of safe place, you know, which is quite nice, which is a bit different to most survival games. This game is hard, but it's not as hard as, well, it is hard, it's very hard actually, but for a newbie, it's a little bit easier than certain other survival games. Here's a house that somebody has built. They've either demolished parts of it, or somebody has broken in and destroyed parts of it, which is probably what's happened. That's what you'd expect people to do. Glad the sun is coming out. There's somebody casting a fireball spell. So here's a wooden house. And there's a guy in his wooden house. That's quite cool, isn't it? It's nice that he's got so much good stuff. Oh wow, and he's made a little farm. This is about twice as advanced as I ever got. More than that. God knows what this is. These spiders are killers. But this would appear to be a tame spider. Obviously I cannot ride this thing. He's just come out to see if I'm killing his animals, which of course I'm not. I'm not sure what is involved in taming animals. Right, let's do a little bit of harvesting. Now I'm going to check how you talk. Key bindings, talk. Where is it? I know you can. You can talk to people. Can you? Oh, T. Well, that's nice and easy. T for talk. Okay. So I could have spoken to that guy and said, don't worry, I'm not going to kill your animals. What I should have done actually, just to show you guys, is to rush inside his house when he opened the door. That would have been cool. Oh, that tree's not doing much. Let's try a different tree. I like this house though. Look at this house. Look, it's got windows. This is pretty cool. It's got a sign. Leave me alone. Oh dear, that's asking for it. I mean, of course, this is like the worst place to build a house because somebody's going to blow this thing up. But it shows you what you can do in the game. It's pretty... I'm glad this is here actually, because I probably would not be able to show you something like that because I'm just not good enough at the game to do it, certainly at this stage. This axe is shite, isn't it? This axe is too slow. There is a secondary attack on the axe. I don't know how well it works with trees. That's the it seems to work actually. That's the left click button. Okay. Well, that took a lot of effort to chop that tree down. You get some sense of what the graphics are like here. There are some sheep. Right, let's carry on with the harvesting. Come on, come on, come on. This is kind of annoying. What if I just hit the tree while I get more apples that way? Rank at my crafting school. Okay, wants me to craft a staff now. How do I do this? Staff. Gather magic infused items, okay. Oh, that doesn't seem to be working. Oh, I see it. Maybe I need wood. Maybe wood is what ranks up my stuff. Yeah, so you can see at the bottom left of the screen, when I do something that improves my staff skill, there's a little graphic, and every time I chop wood, that's going up, so it's telling me that that's what I need to do. So, skills, inventory, after staff. Okay, craft a draining spell. So, I'm crafting my first spell. Equip the staff. Equip the draining spell. Yeah, again. Basically, I think when it equips the staff the first time, it automatically equips the draining spell. So I don't know what happened there. So the staff is an alternative to hitting things with your axe. I can use it on this boulder, and it will give me some stains, but mainly it gives me magic shards. So whatever you pointed at, whether it's a tree, or a stone, or even a person, or an animal, or whatever, you'll get some of the items you'd expect to get, like stone or wood, but mainly it just transforms a person into magic shards. Now, I mentioned earlier the, here it is, the, oops, where's it gone? Bottom right hand side, this sort of brain icon there. That is your focus. When you use magic, your focus goes down. If you eat these flowers, your focus goes back up a little bit. However, you don't want to just eat the flowers because you can transform them into sort of potions and stuff which do a much better job. But to do that you need a house, and you need the items in the house such as a mortar and pestle to make potions. I can level up. Let's level up health again and stamina again. It's telling me I need to gain one more level before it will let me do anything else. Perhaps I'll try and get some stone, see if that has any use. Okay, so getting stone is levelling up my melee crafting. It's quite nice. Right, so it lets me make a stone pickaxe and a stone sword. So you'll have noticed you don't choose engrams. You get the sort of ability to make things a scheme, as they're called here. You get them automatically when you level up a particular skill. But the skills you level up will depend on what you do. Now, at this very early stage of the game, I'm just sort of leveling up every skill more or less because I'm just doing all the basic things. You know, the obvious things like chopping wood or whatever. But later on as you play, the skills you level up will depend more on sort of what you choose to do. So if you're crafting lots of fireball spells, your fire magic is going to go up and you'll be collecting sulfur to make those spells. However, if you're crafting lots of, say, air magic spells, I don't know where feathers come from, well, from flying creatures, I guess, you'll be making air spells and gathering the air material, so your air magic will go up. So obviously you could choose to try to level everything, every single thing, but probably unless you're really sort of working hard to do that, that won't happen. And there's all sorts of, I mean, these spells somehow allow your home to blend into the surroundings. I don't know how that works, but that just gives you some protection. And then you've got enchantment. Where is that? Enchanting. This says that you draft magic contracts with some intelligent creatures. Now I'm not sure exactly how that works, but basically it's going to allow you to make an NPC work for you. Farming, we saw some farming, the other player had some farming. Taming, well, obviously the ability to tame. Quite how this works, I don't know. There you get feeding trough. Furs. Yes, don't understand any of that. But how do you actually tame? You can summon familiars. Or maybe you don't tame, maybe you summon them. I don't know. Something to worry about later on, how taming works. Yes, here we go. Right, let me find another stone. I want to get some sulfur, see if I can level up fire magic at this point. I don't know if I can. I mean, that guy's a bit silly leaving his animals out there, obviously, when he goes offline. No, it seems I can't level up sulfur at this point. I'll tell you what, I'll chop some more wood and I'll show you an interesting feature of this game. 87, so only about 150. Get 16 more. Okay, oh, so I'm moving a bit slowly. I need to get some water to now, how did I get here? Right, first of all I'm going to go down here and get some water. This is, for anybody who doesn't really know Survivor games, this is a really bad place to build a home. People will knock it down. People will knock it down just sort of out of spite that you've built it so close to the newbie zone, to be honest. And also, people will come back here. This is a bit different to other Survivor games. People will actually come back to this area to sell stuff, which is what I'm going to show you. Actually, you can sell things to NPCs, which is a little bit unusual for a Survivor game. It's very common in MMOs. It's what you expect to find in MMOs, but for a Survivor game, it's a bit rare that you can sell things. Right, there we go. Able to run again now. Now, how did I... Oh. Yes, sorry. I need to get back to that bridge over there. If I can remember how I did it. That was somebody casting a fireball spell, but can't see them. Killing these deer, whatever the hell they are, is a right pain in the ass. Look, they run like hell and then they'll probably run into the water in a minute. See? Oh, I hate it. It's actually easier to kill the animals that fight back because they might kill you, but they at least don't run away. Where's the way in? What the fuck am I doing? I just saw a bridge. Oh, fuck it, I'll just go all the way down here. I mean, you would think that if you whacked a fucking sheep with a sword, then even if you didn't kill it, it was not be in a fit state to run away. No, don't jump in the water. Like I said, this game is in early access. I really hope that one of the things that they change is that things become a little bit easier to kill, and also a little bit easier to chop up. Look at the amount of effort involved in... the amount of effort involved in skinning this sheep. Yeah, okay. Obviously you can get better axes and pickaxes and whatever later on. But the newbie equipment is really bad at skinning animals. And I hope that's something that changes. Here's a fire. This is a fire that's sort of created... Oh, somebody's left some meat in there. I'm going to steal it. You can build your own fires in the game, but this fire near the town is one that's just there. It's always on. You don't need to put wood in it. Anybody can use it. So it's there to help the newbies like me. Makes life a bit easier for the newbies. And that's handy because you can see I am getting a little bit tired, a little bit hungry. So I'm going to eat my food. Each item of food seems to be, what's that, about a quarter? No, maybe a fifth or so. A fifth of your total hunger. This is basic meat. I mean, I think there's more... Yeah, cooking skills later on. You can learn to make better stuff later on. Fine cooked meat. Cooked mushroom, very exciting. What's at the bottom here? Fine cured meat, okay. And yeah, and you can make larders and whatever for your home. So at last I've made my way back into the town. I seem to be overweight again, I can't run, but never mind. And here are some NPCs. Oh. Or not. They're not here. Maybe somebody killed them all. I'm confused about this. Well, sometimes you find NPCs here who will buy items from you. But they all seem to have gone. Maybe they're only here at certain times. Oh. Somebody in chat is saying that the vendors have vanished. Well, that's a shame. But I'm sure they'll come back. I mean, the point is, anyway, you can get basic items like wood or whatever. You can sell them if you collect enough to the vendors. Vendors will give you some gold, and then you can use that gold to buy certain other items from vendors. For example, hides, which are a bit of a pain to get, you can buy from vendors. So, and again, this is helpful to newbies. The advanced materials, the stuff that's hard to get, really hard to get, you can't buy from the vendors. But easy stuff which is kind of easy but which is hard for newbies to get, the vendors will sell to you. Except they seem to have vanished for the time being. Maybe they were bugging or something, they've been taken out by the devs. Perhaps. Okay. So now the game is basically telling me, here's a, again, makes life a little bit easier for the newbies. Here's a forge that you can use, a public forge for players to use, and a public anvil, which allows you to make certain items. Oh, looks like you can... no, you can't take that. So, I've only shown you a very... I tell you what, there's one thing I want to do. Because the trouble with these survival games is... Oh, okay, so I've learnt to make a campfire. I've learnt to make some water magic, which is quite... Oh! Well, I want to leave that the fuck alone. That's... what's that? Is that another one? Yeah, I want to leave these alone. These are spiders. These are nasty. Oh, how do I get back up? So I've learnt how to make a Rune of Restoration, which is a healing spell. So I've cast a healing spell, even though I wasn't injured, just to show you. And I'm going to go and chop some sulphur, and hopefully, oh, I can level up again. I will make myself a fireball spell, just because I want to show you a fireball spell and how that works. Yep, fire magic. Nice, nice, nice. Oh no, I can't make a fireball spell yet. I can only make a Rune of Warmth, whatever this does. So I need to be level 5 to make a fireball spell. Well, let's get up to level 5 then. Right, so I've made it up to level 5, and I'm now going to craft a fireball spell. So what I do is I sort of equip the spell, but it still doesn't mean I'm going to use it. What it means is that it's now fixed to my staff. So my staff is now casting the fireball spell, and I can swap back to the draining spell. And back to the fireball spell. So you kind of craft your spell. It's like ammunition for the staff, I guess. It's like sort of arrows for a bow. And the spell will actually run out. It will decay over time, and it will become damaged, and eventually I'll have to build a new one. So let's just test it out. Oops. There it goes, up into the sky. Seems to go quite a long way before it fizzles out. Sadly, however, every time you cast a spell you lose focus, and if you lose too much focus you will die. So let me... oh, there's a person down there. Oh, oh yes. Oh, that was fun. Oh, I like it. I like it. Wonder if this guy had anything on him that I can steal. Gotta love it. Wow. Let's just see what he had, if anything. I'm just going to take it all in case he comes back. I mean, obviously he could come back and kill me at any moment. I'm running very slowly. I'm not doing a very good job of running away. I don't think he had much though. By the look of it. That was fun though, wasn't it? Oh, a fucking spider. Let me see if I stole anything good. I don't think I did. No, he had nothing good. Oh, this thing's going to kill me because I'm too overburdened to run away. Oh no, I killed it. Does it have anything? No, what if I chop it up? Oh, chopping up these things is so... Right, raw meat, okay. See, I really want bones. Right, let me reduce my weight. I'm able to run away. That guy I killed will undoubtedly return and kill me at some point. As I deserve. Now, see, if I was being sensible at this point, I would start to think about making myself a house, but I'm not sure if you guys really desperately want to see that. Maybe you do. Also, I'm going to kill myself through lack of focus very soon. Oh, what the fuck? Why? Ooh, what's happened here? What am I doing? There we go, I died. But that was quite good. I think that's quite a good overview of the game. And I'm very grateful to you all for watching and for hopefully enjoying this little video. And do like it or even subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed watching it. Obviously this is the most sort of basic, tiny little view of Dark and Light, what Dark and Light offers. Really sort of simple and basic, but I think we had a bit of fun. We managed to kill somebody, which is good, and we died, which is also good, even though we died to a wild boar and not to another player. That's still good fun. So thank you very much indeed for watching. This is Palmer, and this has been Dark and Light Early Access, the very first days of Early Access. Thank you very much indeed.